You cleaned up the most as you guys go into the bye week and then going forward after that?
Yeah, I think it's a loaded question just without being able to watch the film, go back and look at it. So once we get a chance to do that, kind of sit down as a group and make those decisions. There's a lot we need to clean up for sure, but just really happy with the win right now over a really good, ACC opponent, and just looking to get better off those mistakes and move forward.
What was it like to put the game away with the running game?
Oh, it's freaking awesome. I absolutely love it. It just brings a smile on my face. We had to step up. We didn't have as much of an impact in the first half. And coming out of halftime, we knew that we were going to have to step up, Phil and I. And that's exactly what we did. I think it was around 170 yards in the second half. And, that's what we do. And that's what we expect to do. So to be able to put it away and help out our defense a little bit was a great feeling.
What was it you couldn't really get the rhythm of this offense going? Could you put your finger on why that was? All day long, really.
Yeah, I think it's just singular mistakes on drives that are just momentum killers, whether it's a penalty, whether it's a turnover, just something along those lines that set you back. Negative plays or plays where you don't gain anything makes it a lot harder to call, a third and long than a third and short. So, just not making those little mistakes and being able to step up and make it a lot easier on Cade and Coach Riley to execute that.
I guess what changed with the running game in the second half? Why do you think you were able to actually start to find some goals?
I think just the volume of it, to be honest. Kind of like one of the previous questions, we just didn't have much rhythm, a lot less in the first half than in the second half. And once we found that rhythm, we were able to get more into the run game. Offensive line really stepped up and was making huge blocks, covering them up. Phil and I were seeing the field really well, and making the secondary miss and getting into that third level. So, we were pumped to be able to get it rolling. But yeah, huge shout out to those big boys up front for clearing the holes.
What is it like though? I mean, at Syracuse, there wasn't a lot of opportunity there, and then early in that first half, you had like 4 carries for 11 yards. What was it like going into halftime?
Yeah, I think I just want to see this team be victorious at the end of the day. So, kind of going back out after halftime, knew that I needed to step up. Phil and I both of us knew that we needed to step up and help this offense out, make it a little bit easier on the defense. So I think it was just motivation coming out of halftime to do our part and step up.
Well, heading into a week off now and then a big second half, what do you guys have to do to get to where you want to be?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's Coach Sweeney has been relaying it on us, but just go one week at a time. That's all we can do. Each week is a season of its own, and we just got to be 1-0 every week. So to be able to do that, focus. We've got a great schedule, the last 6 games of the regular season. So just to compete against every opponent and do what we need to do, make the routine plays, and when we do that, everything seems to go pretty well.
Speaking of Coach Sweeney, did you kind of celebrate his record-tying career win in the locker room afterwards?
100%. Yeah, we celebrate wins, but when it's something like that, it makes it a little bit sweeter. Just so many great things I can say about Coach Sweeney, but he's a huge part of the reason why I'm where I'm at today.
Well, is there
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there some frustration that things just aren't smoother yet, any easier yet through the offense?
No, not for me. I think that as an offense, we're just trying to continue to get better. We know there's going to be hiccups and things going, not our way. But I felt really smooth, kind of up to this point. We're never going to be, something that, we always get people's best is what I'm trying to say, right? So you get a week like last week against Syracuse where they're trying to stop the run game and, Tyler Brown has a huge one. Cade does a really good job scrambling on third down. Then you get to this week. Defenses are always trying to do something else against us. So just being able to decipher that early on, make adjustments, and go off of that. Obviously, you want to be smoother. You want to help out the defense a ton more than we did today. But, hey, anytime you get a victory, you got a smile on your face, and you just got to look at those opportunities as a way to get better.
Saw a moment between you and Cade there on that false start that was called. You've talked about your passion, your energy that can come out on the field. Well, what transpired there, and what's it like to kind of be able to put that stuff behind you guys on the fly?
Yeah, it's really easy for Cade and I just because of the great relationship that we have, and I think kind of how it's viewed is kind of not where it goes. On the next play, we've already forgotten about it. But no, that was 100% on me. Just got the wrong call. Just a communication error between Cade and I. But at the end of the day, I got to know my stuff a little bit better and be able to pick up. Yeah, it was totally on me. So just got to move on to the next play like we did.
Well, on the fumble early, the exchange between you and Cade, I guess what went wrong there?
Yeah, it's entirely on me too. Just got to give him room to pull the football. And when I get down there and it becomes a little bit longer of a mesh, I tend to just want the ball and go, especially when I'm feeling pressure from that defense end that was crashing. They were bringing a sassy blitz from the field. Right? So two guys, defense end crashes. It's a little bit quicker. Still a really tough read on Cade because you got outside force, right? So he doesn't want to pull the ball. That's why the mesh was a little longer. At that point, it's just kind of one or the other, hand the ball or take it, but I didn't really give him that opportunity. So, yeah, that was entirely on me, too. Just got to do a better job from my point of view.
Will, you mentioned the second half. You and Phil just seemed to find a flow, find the gaps, find the openings as the game went on. You guys made some crucial plays that kind of kept everything in our favor. What do you think of how the game went along from just first to fourth on a pretty crazy day?
Yeah, I freaking love it, especially there in that second half. Phil and I kind of conversed at halftime and knew what we had to do, knew that we had to step up. So to go out there and really just fulfill our mission, being able to get in the end zone from my part, and then Phil at the end of the game, just burying them, putting them 6 feet under. That's just what we preach as a running back room, and to go out there, do it, to lead this football team to victory, it's a great feeling.
What was the message from Coach Spiller at the half? I mean, like I said, kind of came out a little slack, but then just picked things up. What was the message from Coach Spiller as the game went on?
Yeah, it's just to continue to be positive and that the volume's going to increase. So make the plays, right? We kind of knew going into the second half that we were going to get a little more of an opportunity, and that we had to make the most of it. So that was really his message to us. But Coach Spiller does such a great job of knowing how to motivate us and what positions to put us in, and that's why we were ultimately so successful in the second half. So huge shout out to him.
You talked about you guys needing to clean some stuff up heading into the bye week. What are some things you specifically are still looking to clean up?
Yeah, me specifically. I think protecting myself a little bit more, obviously, right? Had two funny jumps today, so just going back, looking at that, seeing how I can do a better job of protecting myself as a running back, and then just I think for me as a leader, just continue to grow, continue to just delegate the responsibilities, keep the energy up on the sideline, and just put people in positions to succeed. That's something that I can continue to get better at, and then my on the field play is just continuing to be patient out there. I think you saw it the first drive out of the second half, but we had a lot of gap schemes, and I showed great patience, and they were great plays. O-line hatted them up, got into the second and third level, and was able to make a couple people miss, and we got some momentum rolling. So I'd say those are three facets. Just can go back and just continue to improve my game on.
Will, what do you think about the way the defense played today and how they kept you guys in it?
I absolutely love them to death. I was in the locker room hugging all of them, including Coach West and all the defensive coaches. I mean, they did a hell of a job, for us to turn the ball over and give it to Wake Forest on the 9-yard line, and for them to only get a field goal out of it, and really just the whole first half with how we were playing the fields. We were always backed up, given to them with really good field position. They played unbelievable, tremendous. That D-line, secondary. When you talk about the cornerbacks that had to come in and step up today with Jaden Lucas and Toriana Pride, I mean it's freaking unbelievable, and they deserve all the glory for what they were able able to do today.
Well, I think you had 86 rushing yards in the second half. Seemed like you were running with a lot of purpose after halftime. Why were you able to have such a great second half?
Yeah, huge shout out to the O-line. Like I said, they were really hatting it up in the second half. We made some adjustments, and the guys that were in there did a tremendous job. And I just showed greater patience. That's one thing that Coach Spiller brought to me at halftime is just on those gap schemes, continue to be patient. We knew that we were getting pressure from the backside, but don't let it hurry you up to where you're going to miss the hole. So, like I said, the big boys up front did a great job hatting it up, and I wanted to help this team seal the victory. So.